Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today we'll be looking at the Mini 3 Pro and basically taking it for a test flight and testing all of its features. So let's get to unboxing the drone. So it's just in this small thin film. You can just slice a bit of it. So we will just take that film off, and it does have the little pull tabs right here, like on their other drones. I think it's just one. I think we just lift it up. So I did just move the camera just for a better view for you guys, and let's open it. Okay, so this is what you first see. You got the drone, and it's just a nice little packaging. So let's take the drone out. And underneath the drone, we do have some more compartments. Okay, looks like maybe some paperwork or something in here. And the controller is at the bottom. Okay, let's just push everything aside and look at the components themselves. Okay, and with everything out of the box, let's first get into the drone. So it does just come in this small little bag. Just open that up. And it is a nice compact drone. It is very lightweight, even with the battery inside. So it looks like we could just take these propellers out first. So we're first going to take a look into the drone, then we could do the controller and everything else. Then we'll just pull out the bottom ones. Looks like it's a pull and kind of like twist. So we'll do the same thing to the other one. Okay, and that is the drone. It's a nice small, it's a pretty compact drone. It does have the camera protector on, protect the gimbal and all that. And here we do see its sensors. That's 2 on the bottom. We got 2 in the front. And I believe it has tri-sensors. So it should do top, bottom, and I believe sides. Take a closer look at all that. And we do have the battery in the bottom. We do have the fans. Those are ducts that it has a fan inside that cools it. So if you're hovering, it will be cooling everything. And there are the sensors for the top. So it is a very nice compact drone, and they were able to fit all the sensors and everything in it without compromising design or weight. So let's take a look at the controller. So let's look into the controller. Same thing with the drone. It does come in this just little bag. You open that up. And I do want to mention, I do not have the Fly More kit right now, but when I am going to be doing the testing outside and everything, I will have the kit available, and I will be testing it with the larger, the 47-minute flight time batteries, and we'll be testing it with this one it came with, the standard, and the plus batteries. So let's get into the controller. So here it's this is the normal controller. It's not the DJI RC one. Let's get to focus. It is the normal controller it comes with. I will probably be picking up the DJI RC one, maybe in the future if I decide to get another drone like the Air 2S or the Mavic, because it is compatible with those drones too. So on the controller, we do have a pause button and a return to home. We do have the sport button or cinematic button, and I guess the normal button. We do have the power button, and on the side, the back of the controller, there is a exhaust or like a fan. And in the front, we have the picture camera button, the record button. We do have the camera tilt, and this part we have, I guess, is for if you have to attach your phone onto. I believe you just pull it out. I don't know. Okay, there you go. It is just like a little pull out. Looks like it can fit a big phone. Does not look like it could fit maybe an iPad. Nothing like that. But it is pretty compact. And you do have the little camera switch button right here. And then I believe this is the customizational button right here. So everything is pretty compact. The little thumbsticks, I'll have to grab them. I'm pretty sure they're in the bag. But yeah, this is the controller. It feels really nice in the hands. It is a very nice controller, kind of like the DJI FPV. It's made out of this, like the same color, same feeling. So it's a pretty nice controller. So I did just notice they are actually in the bottom of the controller. You get it to focus, just like the FPV one. They are like on the bottom of the controller. And I guess there's your charging port and the two thumbsticks. If I could just get it to focus more. There we go. So it is all compact, all inside of the controller. Now if we do get to what is inside the bags, we do have these connection cables. You do have extra propellers. It looks like just one set, so only to repair one set of propellers on a wing. And we do have the screwdriver. And the owner's manual, instructions, all that kind of stuff. So just your standard USB Type-C to USB Type-C. And here you have the micro USB to a USB Type-C. And I guess this is your charging cable for the controller, which is a USB Type-C to USB Type-C. And that is basically all you get with the drone. So actually, before we go ahead and go to the outside cutscene, I do want to just mention, to set it up, we will have to take the gimbal cover off of the drone and just take this padding out. It's just for shipping purposes, to keep it all nice and protected, nothing's moving. And we could also take out this film. It's attached to the gimbal. It is, I guess, just two stickers, and it wraps around the gimbal. So nothing is touching the gimbal, everything is good. We are actually going to go ahead and set it up with the app, just so everything's set up. And just to mention, do not throw this away, because that is what you'll be needing to protect your gimbal. So let's go ahead and open up the app and get everything set up with the batteries. So when we are setting it up, if I could just get to focus, I am in the DJI Fly app, and basically we need to turn on the controller and connect it to our phones. So with it on your controller, your phone, it fits very nicely. They do have these grooves. I don't know if you can see that good with the camera, but it holds your phone in, and it's really nice. So with it everything connected, we're just gonna double one press and then hold, turn on the controller, and I did feel vibration, meaning it's connected to the phone now. So I'm just gonna run through, and I was saying to power on and connect the drone. So we're gonna unfold the front and rear arms, remove the gimbal connector, slide the battery in, and short press, and then long press, and we'll turn on the aircraft. The battery does need to be activated, so we are gonna have to plug it in and let it charge for a bit. Okay, so when you do have it charged up, doesn't have to be all the way, just a bit. Make sure the gimbal cover is removed. There are no stickers, nothing foamy on it that will obstruct it from doing its setup. So we're gonna go ahead and one press and then a hold. So it is gonna move its propellers a bit, plays a little sound, and you see the gimbal is moving. That's why you want to make sure you don't have no cover on, anything like that. So I am just waiting for the the app to update. Okay, it did go ahead and turn everything on. So you are going to go ahead and activate the device. So that's my email, I'll blur it out. Okay, and now it is asking if we want to buy DJI Carry Fresh. This is something preference, but I am going to go ahead and purchase it. It is only $80 and it's worth it. I did not buy it on the DJI FPV. The replacement was not that much, but I heard on these kind of drones, for the Mini, it's worth it because sometimes there could be accidents and DJI will cover it, or partial coverage. So I already done the purchase. It's just gonna run through, so I can go ahead and skip it. Alright guys, here we are. We are at the park now. If you guys want to know its location, it is Wallace Lake. They have a nice open out field, so that's where I'm going to be flying it. And so here we do have the drone. And like I said in the last clip, we are getting the Fly More Plus kit, and this is the bag it came in. So really quick, I'm gonna get it open up and show you what it comes with, and then we can get to flying. Alright, and now I'm gonna go ahead and open it up for you guys. So it's just one main zipper right here. You guys just open that up. We'll see on the inside, there is this tiny compartment. This is where the accessories are. You do get a cable and extra props. It's enough props for the whole aircraft, so you have 2 full pairs. Okay, and we do have this was the plus one, so we do have those plus batteries. As you see, this one is a 249, that's from the drone, and these don't have any markings because these are the plus batteries. They'll give you that higher, I think it's 47-minute flight times. And this and the case is all that comes with it, and the accessories and extra cable. Here I do have the RC controller for it, and we do have the drone. So I'm gonna get everything set up and we'll run through its features, also avoidance, all that good stuff. And I do have my other drone with me right now, the FPV drone. I'm gonna see if this drone can actually follow it. Alright guys, so everything is set up now. I do have the controller set up, the drone is set up. I do want to mention we are going to be flying with its base battery, the 249 gram one, just to get a flight time, and then we'll switch to the plus batteries. So right now I am going to go ahead and lift off in normal mode. Just pull them in, and we are just going to lift off now. So the drone is now off the ground. I'll have a recording on the drone and on my phone so you guys can see all the errors or anything like that. And right now I'm just going to be testing out the obstacle avoidance and seeing how well it can handle if it is trying to run into something. Alright guys, so we do have the drone set up back there, and I'm going to be standing here right next to the camera. I'm just going to put full throttle for the drone to come at me. It is an obstacle avoidance mode, not bypass mode, so it should just stop. Let's go ahead and try that out. I'm going to go ahead and do full throttle. I see it is starting to stop because it does sense we're here. And it's not going to go any farther than this. And as you see, I am full throttle and it's not doing anything. So obstacle avoidance works well. We're going to try the behind obstacle avoidance it has. We're going to go ahead and send it out and try from behind. Right out there, we're going to pull it back and see how well the behind obstacle avoidance works. So it is doing the same thing as the front one and just stopping, gets a few feet away. It is a bit windy today. I do want to mention we're at 43 degrees and it is a bit windy. But as you see, the obstacle avoidance is stopping it from hitting us. So that'll work really good if we're doing active track or anything like that. And it does have its bottom sensors that will stop if we try hitting the ground too fast. As you see, we're going to pull back a bit and try hitting the ground. And it slowly slows it down until you eventually land. So the obstacle avoidance and everything here works really well. I'm going to go ahead and hit record, and we are going to do some flying around. And I'll give you the total flight time with this, the 39-minute battery, be below 249 grams. Alright guys, and just to let you know, I think I said this before, but we are here at Wallace Lake. If you guys want to know its location. And we are running at 32 satellites right now. And we are at 5 bars with the RC controller. Alright guys, so as you see, there are a whole bunch of warnings, and the drone is right up there. I am going to do a return at home now, just because it's showing me all these warnings. It's right above us now. And it is now a forced landing. It did not fully do the return to home, because the battery was critically low. So it is now doing a forced landing. I am able to maneuver it a bit during forced landing, but nothing too crazy. It won't let you. Okay, and it has landed now with just 7% of battery remaining. It has landed now. I'll give the full flight time right up in the corner, and with 7% remaining. So that's, I think, as good as you could get, unless you just let it hover in place. But you don't want to get any lower than that, or else it will do a forced landing. So let's go ahead and test it out with the plus batteries. Alright guys, so I do have the plus battery in the drone now, and we are going to go ahead and lift it off, and we're going to start active track. It's going to be tracking my brother here, and he's just going to run out to the field and run back, and we're going to see how well it could track that. We are not going to be doing in between trees because it does not have side obstacle avoidance, so it wouldn't be able to handle if it starts panning and it could hit a tree from the side, and your drone could break like that. It does have back, forward, and bottom sensors, but no sides, so we wouldn't be able to test it that way. But he's just going to go ahead and run around, and we are going to try out with my FPV drone if it is able to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and click record, and we're going to lift off. So there is a problem with the propellers. I think they're just hitting grass. I am going to go ahead and fix that. Alright guys, as you see, the motor was unable to rotate because it was hitting the ground. That is a cool feature, just so you don't break the motors or propellers. So we're going to go ahead and lift off. There was a flight restriction. So it is off, and my satellites are climbing. Right now I have 9. And we are in normal mode. You cannot track in sport mode because the motors are not available in the sport mode at the moment. I'm not sure if they'll update it, but we're now gonna go ahead and track him. So all I'm gonna do is just pan the drone over to him, and all we're gonna do is just highlight him, and it did spot him. That's my watch, just Siri goes off sometimes. We're gonna go ahead and click active track. We're gonna go ahead and click go. Aircraft altitude was too low, so we are gonna have to pick him up a bit and pan him down. And we are gonna track him now. So he's good to just run out to the field now, and it will be tracking him, and it'll all be recorded on the drone. Yep, you can go. So as you guys see, it is tracking him now. I wanted to show out this kind of point of view so you guys could see that it is like with how it looks when you have your phone out or the DJI RC controller. As you see, it is tracking him. And we are gonna try out the circle around, just see how well that works. Here he came back, and we're gonna try out the circle around. Alright, and he is out in the middle of the field around there, and we are gonna go ahead and click the circle around button. And you see, it is unavailable in this current mode. We are gonna go ahead and click go, because it does not have side obstacle avoidance, so it wouldn't be able to stop if there was a tree on the side. So I see it is panning him. I'm gonna show you really quick with the camera. Can zoom in there. And it is just circling around him right now. I can increase the speed to make it faster and to rotate the other way. Alright, so we did try out the active track and the little circle around. Not sure what it's quite called, but we did try out the obstacle avoidance, the active track, and now I'm gonna see if it could track my drone. The FPV drone, to be specific, it is faster, and I wonder at what speed would it not be able to follow it at. And we are in the plus battery, so it makes it a bit heavier, but a little more stable in the air. So now I'm gonna go ahead and try it out with the FPV drone. Alright guys, so I do have both drones set up now. The FPV drone is in front and we have the Mini in the back. I am gonna first lift off the FPV drone to get it hovering, then I'll get the Mini up and we're gonna start to see if it can even active track it. So right now I am gonna go ahead and start the motors. So the motors are started now. I'm gonna go ahead and lift it off. We are gonna start off in normal mode, and then we'll head up sport mode if it's able to follow. So I am just gonna have it hovering right here, and I'm now gonna go ahead and get the Mini in the air. Alright, and now I'm gonna go ahead and start the motors of the Mini. So the motors are started now. I'm gonna go ahead and click record, and we're gonna get in the air. So right behind the FPV drone, and now I'm gonna see if I could get it to active track it. So it did highlight it, but I do not think we are able to get it to active track. It says it's only able to active track people and vehicles. I'm gonna bring it a little closer. So it is only saying people or vehicles. So I do not think we are able to active track drones. Even if I bring it a little bit closer. Which is a bummer. it would have been fun to see if they could active track the drone. Alright guys, so I guess that means you are not able to active track other vehicles, as in drones or anything like that. Possibly a car, or as we see, it could track a human. But I guess for now, we are not able to track drones. So guys, we do have the drone out there farther now. I do not want to bore you guys with just like 30 minutes of flight time. Like aerial shots like that. So I am gonna go ahead and try a return to home. The distance is 395 meters away and the height is 79. So it is gonna climb up to 100 meters in height, then make its way back, and it should land around this area. Depending how much GPS, like satellites we have, to really get it. Right now we are at 32, so I am gonna go ahead and hold the return home button, and it is now doing a return to home. So as you guys see, it is returning to home right now. It is climbing to its 100 meters it'll need. 99 meters is what it's saying on the drone, and it is making its way back now. The last one, return home, was kind of a little bit of a mess because it was doing an auto landing because the battery was critically low. But right now we don't have any of that, so I am able to test it out a little farther away. And it is at 52% right now. So as you guys see, it is landing now. It looks to be around the same spot as the, where it took off. The beeping of the controller is kind of annoying, but as you see guys, it is landing now. And it has officially landed now. So nothing special on the screen, it just landed. So another thing I did want to quickly mention in between this video is it's another feature that this drone, the Mini, has, the Mini 3 Pro, in which you are able to turn the camera from a landscape to like a vertical. So you could have it from like it's like for like Instagram or YouTube Shorts, anything like that. I do think that's pretty cool for those people that do shoot those Instagram or YouTube Shorts, TikToks, anything like that. It is a cool thing that you are able to switch the view of the camera. If you guys want to see how it looks, I'm gonna bring the drone in so you guys could see on how it looks when the drone switches it. So I'm just bringing it in. You can get a nice zoom in on that. So I am now gonna go ahead and switch it. So as you guys seen, it's very smooth. It's actually pretty cool that it does that. I'm just gonna go back and forth. I think that's pretty cool that it does switch like that. Alright guys, we are back inside now. And I did want to give my final thoughts and opinions on the Mini 3 Pro and the Flightmart Plus kit. So let's first talk about the Mini 3 Pro. I think it's a very capable drone for the price. It performs outstandingly with the sensors in the front, back, and bottom. It does everything really good. With active track and the 360 mode, I think it's a great feature they put on this drone. One thing I would wish they had on this drone were side sensors, because if you are doing active track or 360 mode, it's not able to, if there's like a pole or a person or a tree, anything like that, it will not be able to avoid it. It won't end up crashing, and that's one of the problems if you're active tracking in like a trail with a whole bunch of trees around you. That's one of the problems that could happen with this drone. But other than that, it performs outstandingly. It is under that 250 grams weight, so you do not need to register it, which is a big plus for some people. It's not really, I don't really care about it because I do have some heavier drones that do need to be registered. So it's nothing more of a hassle. But I think it performs outstandingly for all the features it has. and it is a really light drone, so if you notice in high winds it can wobble a bit, is the issue I was having when I was at the park. I was saying there's high wind velocities, and you could kind of see it in the video, it was wobbling a bit. But I think the drone performs outstandingly. It's a great drone. I do also love the controller. This isn't the RC one with the screen. I just decided to go with this kind of controller since it was cheaper, and I just think it works just as good. You do just need your phone to be with it, which isn't a problem for me, but the drone and controller I think perform outstandingly. Now let's talk about the Fly More kit and the batteries. Well, the batteries are the Fly More kit basically. So you have two of the plus ones. So if you look right here, this is the 249 gram one. This is the one that comes with the drone. And then these two, just pull this one out, that have no markings. These are the plus batteries. And I'll leave just click these back in. I will leave a little tag right up in this corner about their flight times for the plus batteries and the regular batteries it comes with. The plus batteries were advertising 48 minutes, and I think the standard batteries were advertising around 30-35. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and the review. I think it's a really capable drone, and if you're into drones or photography or videography, I think you should also pick it up. So thank you guys for watching, and peace.